Does that record?
Yeah. Okay.
Take two.
Take two. They're small, right? Okay. Again, folks, welcome. We're here with Dave DeVelder. He's going to help us understand how to turn a lead into a customer. And this is the fifth tip, preparing us for our webinar on June the 20th. So stay tuned. Now, Dave, tell us a little bit more about how we can take a lead and turn it into a customer.
First off, Terry, the most important thing when we say customer, that's another word for relationship. What we really want is not just to sell something, it's somebody, this is the time for us to begin a business relationship. And we'll cover a lot of that in the ultimate revenue system as well. But there's three steps that I'd like to go over fairly quickly. As soon as somebody raises their hand, the phone, you got them on the phone, the emails, whatever, they show up at the doorstep, however they get in touch with you. The first thing you want to do is go through the discovery step. And because this is the result of your marketing, they probably are going to fit your ideal client profile. You remember in tip number 2, we talked about the ideal client and how that helps you focus on where you should really be in your business. You want to know what led them to us, what critical business issue that they have that you can satisfy. And then you begin to segue into the presentation, and the most important thing at this point is to resist the urge to sell. If you're on them on the phone, you want to get an appointment with them, either later to do something online or have them meet with you in your office or go visit them, but not that first call. You don't try and take them through the buy transaction. I use a thing called the signature brand audit. It's about a 15-minute quiz, if you will, a survey. And from that, I can extract enough information, I can extract a lot of information about the person I'm talking to really work it into a structured presentation. Notice I use the word structured here. This isn't ad lib. We don't just go and show up with it and begin talking off the cuff. We structure it. Customize it for the situation through your signature brand audit or your analysis or any kind of a question and answer thing that you have. But that's important because now we're in the presentation step and there's no room here for probing for pain or any of the solution selling steps that has been so popular for so many years. You've worked through a structured signature brand audit, you've worked through a structured presentation. As you get through with this, you will know enough about the person you're talking to decide whether or not they're a prospect. You decide whether or not they're a prospect for what you have to offer. And if they are, you take them to the buy step, which we'll talk about more when we get into the ultimate revenue system. If they're not a prospect, meaning they don't have the authority, the need, or the money to spend with you, then they're going to do what we call the nurture step. And that's another thing we'll take up in the ultimate revenue system. Well, there you are, Terry. We don't sell to them in the first step when people raise their hand and say we want to talk to you. We want to build the trust in what they're doing, and we want that to be the beginning of a relationship, a business relationship with them.
Kind of like what we've been doing here in developing over a 5-week period. We've been developing a relationship with our list so that they would be more interested in learning all the tips about
I hope we've succeeded in that.
If
we've succeeded, reply on the email, and we'll see you online
on the 20th
at 12:30 p.m.
At 12:30 p.m. So, folks, again, thank you, Dave, and we're off to the races. We'll cut that later. Did you like that?
I think that was a wrap. What do you think?
I like it.
Each time it gets better.